I'm Peter Gelman of Palmerston Group Advisors. When you consider all the complex issues about the merits and challenges of diversification, I think there are a few factors that are worth some extra attention. First, for most people, in my opinion, the purpose of investing is to enhance financial security and the quality of life. That quality of life may be defined in terms of self-fulfillment or being significant in the lives of others, or some combination of both. But it's a means to an end. And for some, if you find investing interesting, that means to an end may also include some intellectual rewards along the way. Personally, I plead guilty to that one. But the key is to remember that investing should be serving a greater purpose, whether it's a good retirement or philanthropy or someone else. You're investing for a reason. So when you think about diversification, remember that it's supposed to help investing serve those greater objectives. Second, diversification can help with one kind of risk and not so much with another kind of risk. There's market risk and non-market risk. The one where diversification cannot help that much is market risk. Market risk essentially is the movement in prices, positive and negative, of the stock market as a whole. Even if you owned every stock in the market, you wouldn't really be able to shield yourself from price movements and market fluctuations in aggregate. There's also debate about whether market risk is important at all. If you're persuaded, as I am, by the argument of people like Warren Buffett and Warren Buffett's teacher Benjamin Graham or Martin Whitman, real risk is about actual loss of money, permanent loss of capital, not price movements and market volatility. For Buffett, market risk can be avoided in large part by refusing to play. According to Buffett, investing should be approached as a hitter in baseball, but unlike baseball, the hitter in investing really has no umpire calling balls and strikes. As Buffett has argued, the batter can stand at the plate for as long as he or she wants, waiting for that perfect pitch. In fact, the hitter can go home and come back next week or next month or next year. If the purpose of investing is to build wealth and to avoid losing money, to build wealth over many years and decades, Buffett and Graham argue that market risk in the form of these aggregate ups and downs should simply be ignored. The other kind of risk, non-market risk, can be helped by diversification. Non-market risk is specific to a particular investment or company. Non-market risk happens when you select an investment and you've neglected to consider a factor or factors that could cause the investment to lose money, or you just didn't think about them. Here's the good news. It doesn't take a large number of stocks to create a lot of diversification and protection against that non-market risk. Joel Greenblatt, a successful fund manager and professor, explained this concept in a really terrific book he wrote in the late 90s called You Can Be a Stock Market Genius. Greenblatt acknowledged that while some statisticians might argue with his view, the statistics he relied on, the statisticians he relied on, believed that non-market risk is reduced by 72% with a 4-stock portfolio, by 81% with an 8-stock portfolio, by 93% with a 16-stock portfolio, by 96% with a 32-stock portfolio, and by 99% with a 500-stock portfolio. So a relatively small amount of diversification potentially can eliminate a lot of non-market risk. And here's a final point I'd suggest you keep in mind as you think about diversification. Some concentration or limit on diversification allows you to really know and research and have potentially at least higher confidence in the stocks you do own. Concentration in the sense of being focused, of being thorough, is key. To return to Warren Buffett, Buffett's longtime business partner, Charlie Munger, gave a series of lectures on investing in psychology at USC. During one of the lectures, Munger made the following points about Buffett, and I quote, this is what Munger said. When Warren lectures at business schools, He says, I can improve your ultimate financial welfare by giving you a ticket with only 20 slots in it so that you had 20 punches representing all the investments that you got to make in a lifetime. And once you punched through that card, you couldn't make any more investments at all. He says, under those rules, you'd really think carefully about what you did, and you'd be forced to load up on what you really thought about. So you'd do much better. So much better, actually. And then Munger continued, again, this is a concept that seems perfectly obvious to me, and to Warren it seems perfectly obvious. But this is one of the very few business classes in the US where anybody will be saying so. It just isn't the conventional wisdom. To me, it's obvious that the winner has to bet very selectively. It's been obvious to me since very early in life. I don't know why it's not obvious to very many other people. Unquote. So to sum up, good investment ideas are rare, and for most people, investment horizons should be 7 years or 10 years or longer. Blending diversification with focus, mixing diversification with a disciplined process of identifying those few and far between great companies and diversifying among those seems like a good equilibrium to aim for. Thanks for watching.